Hello there guys, iRanman here. In today's video, as I promised yesterday, I'll be telling you guys a story about the second time this week I got ISS and detention. Now, for some reason, I guess this was the day I got off ISS, I can't remember exactly, but I had left the ISS room to go to regular lunch, because normally I have to eat lunch in there, right? So I'm like, alright then, that's fine. So I go in there, right? And then oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention something before this. So it started off today, right? First period used to be my technology class, right? So there was this kid behind me. We're just gonna call him Isaac, right? So Isaac is sitting over here, and then he does this thing, right? Him and his friends like to play jokes on me. They like to, anyways, at my expense, right? So this particular day, he happens to, like, I can't remember, do something like he unplugged my internet like 3 times my mouse once. So I decided to get back at him by, right before class starts, unplugging his computer, right? You know, harmless thing, right? And the teacher catches us, and of course, who gets in trouble? I do, of course, because what the fuck else in my life goes right? Anyways, and he's like, yeah, I turned off my computer for no reason, I didn't do anything. I told him, no, you kept unplugging my mouse, and you kept stealing my mouse, and you kept unplugging my internet. He's like, no, that's bullshit. And of course, his friends agreed with him, right? And I have a completely separate story involving this kid, again trying to accuse me of something, but this time with one of his friends. That time he denied it, and that's how I got off. But anyways, back to the main story. So the tech app teacher, so the technology teacher, of course, believes him over me, because why wouldn't he? And they're like, oh yeah, well, okay then, here you go. Now we used to have these little behavioral charts, or whatever you would call them, that you would always get like an infraction, like you would at work or whatever, or like in prison or whatever, you'd get like these little infraction things based on your behavior. And at 3 you'd get detention, at 6 you'd get detention, at 9 you'd get ISS. If you guys don't know what that is, it's in-school suspension. So I'm like, okay, whatever then. So he gives me the thing, right? Which, of course, just so happens to be the yeah, he gave me the 6th one earlier that day because I said fuck in class. Then this was the 7th one he gave me. The second one he had already given me that day, and the rest from being late or whatever. And so I was already on number 7. So later on in the day, I was late to one of my classes. Bam, that's number 8. And my dumbass at lunch at this point, this was the day I had gotten off ISS, right? Now we're back at lunch. I'm at lunch. I'm sitting over there. These people are sitting on my normal spot, right? So I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I kept walking into them trying to say, he could sit here. My friend was there. He wouldn't. Of course, he wasn't fucking helping me. Piece of shit. Anyways, so he just kind of sitting there, and they're like, yo, what up, bro? I go back there. There's 4 times trying to say, hey, can I fucking sit here? I don't have anywhere to sit. So on the 4th time, this kid's like, get the fuck out of here, little stupid white boy. And by this point, I'm pissed because he called me a stupid little white boy being racist. So I said, shut the hell up, you racist son of a bitch. You're just trying to look cool in front of your friends even though you're totally an unpopular dick. I knew you back in 1st grade and you were nothing. And at this point, this kid is really pissed off at me and he pushes me. And at this point, I'm pissed. I'm ready to basically square up with him. But then right before I push him back, someone breaks us up. And the security camera, of course, security camera was too far away to capture the audio, so they just saw me going back up there 5 times and talking to this kid. Like they were saying I was talking shit basically, right? So whenever I hit the ground, I hit the ground really hard and I hit my head, but they didn't see anything, so they thought it was adrenaline. I know I hit my head. I know exactly what happened. Trust me, I fucking felt the pain. I know what a head feels like versus adrenaline. Anyways, that off topic, and guess what? That was infraction number 9. And they gave me a day of ISS for that fight, and another day for that infraction. And they put these exact same kids in there, because of course they got in trouble too for pushing me. Him and his little gang, because of course, even though he pushed me, his gang was still affiliated or whatever you call it. And we're just like staring each other down again, right? And the ISS teacher's like, yeah, well, they've already gotten in trouble a few times for pushing people for saying stuff. this time they're probably going to SSE. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like an alternative program. Anyways, and they're like, oh yeah, fuck these guys, man. Basically, they're saying that to me, and I'm like, this guy's pretty cool. And again, back then, I wasn't really in school suspension all that often. Of course, later on, in like 8th grade, that was like my 100th time there. Anyways, but this was back in 6th grade, so I'm like, shit, bro, what am I gonna do? So I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I'm a convict. I have 4 days of ISS. What am I gonna do? And of course, I figure it's not that bad, guys. If you're ever scared of getting it and you ever have to go to it, don't be worried, guys. Unless you get a really piece of shit teacher, you'll be fine. Trust me. There are a lot of your peers in there, a lot of people, a lot of jokes, and some of the time, the ISS teachers are cool and will let you do whatever you want because they remember what it's like to be young. They know that you do some stupid shit and it's funny after a while. Of course, this whole situation's funny now. Wasn't funny back then. Wasn't funny for the past couple years. In fact, in that video I told you guys I was gonna upload, but I decided not to. I was actually pretty pissed and pretty scared at that point. Of course, that was back in 6th grade though. I had the original video file. I could put a clip of it, but maybe if you guys want that, I'll upload it to this channel. This cringy ass video from 3 years ago. But anyways, so basically, that was my story of how I got ISS for 4 days for 2 different crimes in the same week. By nearly, I guess you could say the same group of people, but different people from that group, I guess. So, the moral of this story is, I guess there is no moral. The moral is, this is what happened in my life. Laugh at me or don't laugh at me. Call me a dumbass, don't call me a dumbass. Call me unlucky, don't call me unlucky. Was it my fault? I don't think so, but you could disagree. Was I being annoying? Was I being an asshole? Were they being an asshole? Were they being annoying? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you guys to everybody who I told about this channel, who has subscribed because I told you guys about it. I certainly hope I get pretty big and I can make this like my hobby. And like I can actually devote more time to it because if more people are watching, then I'll know more people care. If I'm getting 3 views a video and I've uploaded 100 videos already, I'm not gonna want to do it anymore. There's just so much work. But of course, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like the video and subscribe, of course. That way I'll know you guys are enjoying the content. And if not, at least just leave a comment telling me what you think about it. But alright, so that was my story. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, this has been Rayman. Peace out.